Another thriller for IU football over the weekend. Plenty of coverage on the team's win in Week 2.
After 5 games on the road, the women's soccer team finally returned for a match in Bloomington. Hear how they fared in their weekend against 2 in-state opponents.
Plus, we're going to introduce a new segment about former IU standouts who are making a name for themselves at the next level. All of that and more are coming up on Hoosier Sports Night.
Hello and welcome to Hoosier Sports Night. I'm Tyler Ratz alongside Brandon Farkas. And Brandon, another close game for the IU football team, but in the end they were able to come out with another victory.
That's right, Tyler. The Hoosiers off to a 2-0 start for the first time since 2012. Let's take a look at the highlights. The Indiana Hoosiers hosting the FIU Panthers for a chilly night game in Bloomington. Hoosier faithful ready to enjoy some football. Picking up in the second quarter, Hoosiers down by 8. Nate Sudfeld scrambling on the broken play. IU quarterback dives for the goal line, and he gets the score. Hoosiers down 13-14 after the extra point. Moving to the third quarter, same score. The senior quarterback with the fake handoff, and he walks it in for the easy 6. His second rushing touchdown of the evening, and the Hoosiers take the lead for the first time of the game. Now in the fourth quarter, tied at 20, Sudfeld finds the former walk-on Mitchell Page on the short pass. Page with a few moves and makes his way to the end zone for his first career touchdown. Now let's check out the replay on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful spin move for the slot receiver. He avoids the high tackle while spinning to escape another one. Less than 5 minutes in the game, Panthers in the red zone, and Alex Magoo trying to escape the pressure, but he throws it away. Jameel Cook comes down with the football, and he takes this one back all the way. 95-yard touchdown, and that will seal the deal for the Cream and Crimson. 36-22 is the final.
It was Indiana's defense that stepped up and created big turnovers that led to a Hoosier victory. Carly Murata has more on the changes that head coach Kevin Wilson made to his defensive line.
After a defensive-oriented week, Indiana's head coach Kevin Wilson implemented a new strategy, which was shown to be successful in Indiana's victory over Florida International.
When we watched the tape last week, with the defense, I said I don't like the number of times that our D linemen and linebackers are going sideways, and I want to play on more up the field. And I'm not telling you what to do, but I want to go more that way than this way. I don't want to be sitting there not sure and two gapping and looking. I just want to get guys to be more aggressive. And we got a lot to clean up on, but that was the mindset, and it was very clear for me to the coaches and players what I wanted to see, and wasn't concerned if it was going to be successful. Just want to be aggressive and call things that could give our kids a chance to be a little bit more assertive.
Although Wilson was impressed with the defensive improvements, he said that they still have a long way to go. From Memorial Stadium, I'm Carly Murata, IUS-TV Sports.
Indiana has combined for 5 takeaways over the first 2 games. The total last season was 19. And with the emphasis placed on defense in the week leading up to Florida International, it was Brian Noor's defense that jump-started the offense. Dimitri Bubaris has more.
Turnovers are the name of the game. Add capitalizing on opposing team mistakes to the mix, and that's a lethal combination.
But there's big plays, and turnovers are huge in games. And right now we've been fortunate to be on the right side for 2 weeks. See if we can keep it up.
Indiana's defense created 3 turnovers in Saturday's win over Florida International, and all 3 resulted in points.
When we needed something good to happen, it was the defense tonight that was making it happen. It was just really nice to look out there and be confident, these guys are going to get it done.
But it was the Hoosiers' final 2 scores, both off turnovers, both in the fourth quarter, that stole the show. Redshirt junior receiver Mitchell Page shook off a tackle for his first career touchdown.
And then that bubble, he has some shiftiness. People don't give him credit for. He made those guys miss and really made a phenomenal play.
And true freshman cornerback Jameel Cook Jr. sealed the deal with a 96-yard pick 6, the 4th longest in school history.
To see Jameel Cook, freshman, making a huge play is awesome. And to see that D-line creating some pressure was very, very good.
In Bloomington, Dimitri Bubaris, Hoosier Sports Night.
On Sunday, the IU men's soccer team dropped their conference opener at Penn State 1-0. The team will host Rutgers for its Big Ten home opener on this Sunday at 3 p.m.
The women's soccer team wrapped up their non-conference schedule over the weekend with matches against in-state opponents Notre Dame and Ball State. On Friday, the Hoosiers lost 2-0 to the Fighting Irish on the road. The team then returned to Bloomington for its game against the Ball State Cardinals on Sunday. IU trailed in the second period, but an upper right-hand corner goal from Jesse Bajuvis tied up the match. The game ended in a tie after 2 overtime periods. The Hoosiers opened Big Ten play on Friday night as they play host to Illinois before facing Northwestern on Sunday afternoon. The Cream and Crimson are 3-2-2 heading into Friday's match.
It seems as though your team never stops fighting. What was your reaction to that tying goal?
Yeah, they didn't. We sorted some things out at halftime, and I thought they gave a good effort in the second half and very resilient to get that goal to tie.
How important was this game heading into conference play?
Oh, it was really important. We split our season into 3 seasons. This was the end of our non-conference, so we wanted to come out with a result, tied the game good enough today, and we've got a big 11 games ahead of us for the Big Ten.
And then Sarah Stone, once again, amazing in goal. What's her impact on this team?
She was. She's a great leader. I mean, she saved us today because we did not play well. Glad to have her between the pipes.
Coming up after the break, hear how the volleyball team played in their first weekend back in Bloomington.
Plus, we introduced the new segment that was mentioned at the beginning of our show.
And it's an honor to be here.
After suffering a season-ending injury in late March,
as you can see behind me.
Welcome back. The volleyball team captured the Indiana Invitational title by defeating the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks on Saturday night. The Hoosiers also recorded victories over Virginia Tech and Bowling Green earlier in the tournament. The win against Northern Arizona marked their 4th straight victory, bringing their record to 7-2. Senior Amelia Anderson was named the tournament MVP. The team will now head out west for the Northern Colorado Classic this weekend.
The women's golf team moved up the leaderboard in Tuesday's final round of the Powerade Cougar Classic. The Hoosiers finished in 8th place after starting the day tied for 12th. There were 20 other schools competing in the tournament, hosted by the College of Charleston. The women's team will start its next tourney on Sunday with the East-West Match Play Championship in Wisconsin.
The men's golf team finished in 13th place at the Northern Intercollegiate in Sugar Grove, Illinois. The Hoosiers were led by junior Andrew Hayville as he finished in 29th individually. IU will return to action on Friday for the Fighting Illini Invitational at the Olympia Fields.
And we are now joined by Sam Lieberman for our newest segment here on Hoosier Sports Night, Hoosiers in the Pros. Sam?
Hey Hoosier fans, welcome to Hoosiers in the Pros. Over the past year, we've had a lot of talk about IU alumni making a name for themselves in the big leagues. Let's take a look at some players that have stood out on the professional level in recent months. IU standout Kyle Schwarber has taken the MLB by storm in his Major League debut season. The star catcher already has 16 home runs, 42 RBIs, and 47 hits for the Chicago Cubs. Kyle is making Hoosier baseball fans proud by his performance, and it is just the beginning of a bright-looking future in the MLB. Kyle Schwarber isn't the only former Hoosier doing big things in the pros. Anyone remember that running back who put up 2,000 yards for the Cream and Crimson last year? That's right, Tevin Coleman is in the NFL and has already earned himself a starting spot in the Atlanta Falcons backfield. The 3rd-round pick got his first opportunity on Monday night versus the Philadelphia Eagles, and he took full advantage of it. The former Hoosier stud rushed for 80 yards off 20 carries on Monday night's opener, averaging a solid 4 yards a carry. Coleman beat out running backs Devontae Freeman and Taron Ward to get to the top of the depth chart in training camp. But he wasn't the only Hoosier in Falcons camp this summer. Fellow IU wide receiver and return specialist Shane Wynn was also competing for his spot on the Falcons roster. Wynn was released by the Falcons but picked up by the Browns shortly after. He then quickly got his name out there in the league when he caught a 22-yard touchdown pass from a fan favorite we like to call Johnny Football. Unfortunately, Shane Wynn got released by the Browns 1 week after that touchdown catch. He claims he will not give up on his dream of playing in the NFL and will try it again in the 2016 season.
Thank you, Sam, and very disappointing to see Shane Wynn get cut, but I think he showed NFL fans the very potential that we saw while he was with the Hoosiers.
Absolutely agree.
That's right. While we're talking about IU football, we'll be there this Saturday for their game against Western Kentucky, so be sure to follow us on social media at IUSTV Sports on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Well, that does it for Sam Lieberman and Tyler Ratz. I'm Brent Farkas. Thanks for watching.